your love reading for the month of October, and of course, any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. This reading is for all Leo placements, but if for some reason, if this reading doesn't resonate for you, please don't forget to check out your other placements. And also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate, so please only take what does and leave what doesn't. And also, if you feel guided to cross-watch for these readings, you're more than welcome to do so. And before we get into this reading, I'd also like to quickly mention that if you ever want to get a reading with me, all of my information is in the description box below. You can book a reading straight through my Etsy shop. But without further ado, let's get started here. So as always, I'm going to tap into the energy of you and your person. I'm going to put your energy on the right and theirs on the left. However, feel free to reverse the rules if you feel that the energy is switched, and you can definitely resonate with both sides if that is something that happens for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Twin Flame Journey Oracle to get an energy update and see how you're both feeling right now, what you're both going through. I'm going to do the union and then them and then you. Destruction. Conclusion. Oh no, this goes here. Oh, abandoned. Who feels abandoned? Divine Masculine. Big dreams. Nostalgia. Contemplation is then. Okay, so abandon those over there. So 2 more for you. Healing. Received. Okay, bottom of the deck is the material world. So you both maybe really focused in the material world, you know, like your career, your money, the 3D stuff, whether that's you or them or the both of you. You guys may meet through something that involves how you make your money, whether that's a job or having the same interest, something like that. Yeah, I feel like if you guys worry about stuff, I mean, like if you guys both worry about things, it's usually just because it's the material world, right? The soul doesn't worry about things. It's usually the ego. So I feel like you both could be living too much in the material world where things are more confusing there. Things don't make sense there. We see losses as losses. We don't see them as blessings in disguise, right? So with this material world, I feel like you both are definitely in a much, I don't know how to express this. I don't want to say lower vibration because it's not like a lower vibration, like you're both living in darkness or anything like that. It's just that you guys are more focused in the 3D, okay? This could be the both of you or one or the other. But with this material world, I just feel like a very strong 3rd dimension energy, like very much like earthly, human, like what our day-to-day experience, daily routines is. It's like there's a lot of worry surrounding that, like money, finances, things of that nature, like material problems is what's being presented here that you both could be worrying about. Yeah, so I do feel like you guys are too focused in the mundane aspects of life and kind of forgetting the soul's purpose, and that's why there's so much resistance and uncertainty and fear of surrendering, because in the material world we're not taught that stuff. We're taught to worry about debt and owning a house and having a certain career. So I feel like a lot of the things that you're going to learn through this connection is to really let go of that. Let go of anything that you thought you once knew regarding the material world, and be ready to be ready to learn something new and be open to learning something new. Okay, so let's keep it moving here. So what I'm feeling with the union here, we have winter. So The winter may be a significant season for you guys, whether something has happened in the winter season or it's going to happen in this upcoming winter season. Your birthdays may be in the winter. Something, I just feel like something may happen this year, though. That's kind of what I'm sensing. Um, Also, with the winter card, I feel like you're both living. Like I'm getting like a cold energy with the connection right now. You guys may be at a separation, maybe hiding your feelings of how you feel, but there's definitely this like cold energy that I'm feeling with the connection right now. Whether someone isn't really expressing how they feel, or again, they're trapped with mundane ways of thinking that doesn't allow them to open their heart and be more receptive to this energy. So with the winter, I do feel like things are kind of at a standstill right now. You may not be talking, um, not really expressing emotion. It's cold. It's like a blizzard right now. I was feeling one more thing and I slipped my mind. I'll come back to it if I remember. Okay, so what this person is feeling, they're going through a lot. This person is having an awakening. They're going through a tower moment right now. We have destruction, conclusion, divine masculine, contemplation, and nostalgia. This person's life is getting turned upside down. Whatever they thought they knew, it's time to let it all go. Okay, this person could have had a really hard time letting go of the past, letting go of their beliefs, what they grew up thinking. I feel like that's all getting demolished. They're not supposed to hold on to anything of the past anymore. As much as they want to, though, they're clenching to their fists, trying to make something work that is just not working. And the more they're trying to make it work, the more resistance they're causing, and thus making this destruction even uglier, even more destructive. Okay, so I feel like this person is going to get a really harsh, rude awakening right now when it comes to things of the past. They're being forced to let go of something that is no longer serving them. They could have held on to this as a comforting thing that made them feel comfortable. It could have been like a comfort zone that they were hanging on to, or an idea of someone or something, or just something of the past that they thought would eventually come back to them too, and they have to now be willing to let go of it. It could also be something that happened in their childhood that they're like hanging on to the trauma of that, and spirit is saying it's time to let it go. It's not serving you anymore. We have the divine masculine energy here. So this is, of course, regardless of gender. This person could be really into tattoos. They could be covered up in tattoos or thinking of getting tattoos. And the next thing you know, they're like covered in tattoos. They may go from like one little tattoo to like being covered in tattoos. This is also them having to step into their masculinity right now in terms of this destruction that they're having to deal with. It's not a time for them to kind of be in their feminine energy, because if they're in the feminine, it's going to hurt. They're going to be more vulnerable. They're going to be more emotional to what's happening to them. Sorry if you guys hear a leaf blower. I'm hoping it just passes through. Yeah, so I feel like they have to be strong. They have to be more action oriented right now. It's not a time to be submissive and kind of let life happen to them. It's a time for them to take action and really step into their power and not be afraid to take the lead here. I feel like they definitely know how to be a leader, but when it comes to this is not something that they wanted to lead with. They didn't want to be the first ones to let go of their past, to let go of something that was no longer serving them. But that now they're kind of being, again, forced to be in this leadership role that will best serve them. Because this is over. This conclusion has arrived. Whatever this is, it's time to put it behind them. It's not a time to like be stuck in the past, feel sorry for themselves. That's why this divine masculine energy is coming up, because the masculine doesn't feel sorry for themselves. The masculine's like, let's get this done, let's get it over with, and let's just keep it pushing. So that's the energy that they're going to have to tap into in order to really succeed with moving forward. And then we have contemplation. So this is them thinking about what they have to do. And this is them sort of seeing the destruction happen as it's unfolding right before their eyes and trying to make sense of it, trying to understand why it's all happening the way it is. And I think they're gonna make conclusions of it. They're gonna understand why it's all happening the way it is, especially because the divine masculine energy is coming forward. So I feel like they know better. They know it's what's in their best interest. So once they figure that out, it won't be as scary as them as they think it is. What's scary is actually holding on to the past and letting it affect you for years and years. That's scary. That's what people should be afraid of, not letting go of that. So I think they're really in contemplation mode right now and coming up with conclusions that is best going to serve them. So I feel like they're definitely, it's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to click for them. But it is going to be tough in the beginning. But it's going to be so harsh that they won't have a choice but to try and make sense of it. Because if they sit in the sadness of that, it's just going to make them kind of live a living hell almost. So they're going to know that it's in their best interest to understand this from a higher perspective. And that's why they're on top of a mountain looking down at the clouds. They're going to have to see things from a higher perspective in order for it to make sense. And they will. Okay. Yeah, and I'm trying to see where you fall into all of this, but I think the way I do readings is kind of to tap into the person's energy so we understand where they're coming from when they act the way they act. So I'm not really sensing so much of you, but we'll get that into the tarot. That's what the tarot is for. I like to just see what's going on with you guys first. But yeah, I think this is their personal journey. This is what they're going through right now. And that's why they could be like emotionally closed off and sort of distant. Okay, so what you're feeling is solitude, big dreams, abandoned, healing, received. So with solitude, you're already starting to be in this solitude vibration because this person could have already abandoned you. Okay, because we do have abandoned. They could have already left you hanging. They could have already ghosted you, whatever it was. So you had no choice but to kind of just go your separate way and focus on yourself, right? So I feel like this person is definitely put into your life to trigger that abandonment wound that you could be carrying on to. And if it's not them, and it's definitely something of the past that you're having to heal from, like abandonment wounds that you're having to heal from before you get into this connection with this person, because you are healing that. There's an abandoned wound that you are currently healing, whether it's in connection to this person or not. Yeah, I feel like it may be something of the past that you're having to heal first before you get into this connection with each other. I feel like you're both having to kind of finish out cycles from the past before you can actually enter this connection together. So that for them, it would be their own destruction that they're going through, and for you, it would be this abandonment wound that you're healing. But you are doing the work. You're spending time in nature, spending time by yourself, and doing the work. And then we have big dreams and received. So you have big dreams, and this person could be a part of those big dreams. Okay, and with received, I feel like you did receive some type of telepathic signal from them that is kind of making you hang on there. I'm not sensing so much of what you're feeling towards each other, again, because I feel like I'm only tapping into what you're going through individually right now. But with big dreams, I feel like you have a lot going for yourself. You're a big dreamer. There's a lot you want to accomplish in this lifetime. And in order for you to be really successful with that, you're going to have to do that healing that is required, of course. And then received, I feel like that's them. Like there's something that they sent you and you received it. So it could have been like an emotional understanding as to why they're being distant and cold. You may already know why they're doing that, and you're like, okay, that's fine. Do your thing. Okay? So that's what we have with that. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot. I'm going to do the usual spread that I do. So that'll be what the challenges are between the both of you, what you're both feeling, and what you both want out of this connection. Okay, their challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I think they're little tower moment over here is hitting them where it hurts. I think it's hitting them financially. Your challenge is the Magician. How they're feeling is the World. Yeah, see, that's why we have the conclusion with them. There's a cycle that is closing out for them. How you're feeling is the King of Pentacles. There's that material world. Every time I say this material world, I think of the King of Pentacles. So there it is too. Their desire for the connection is the Hermit. Your desire is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, you're both... This is why the material world came out. There's the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So I feel like you may not even know this person yet. I feel like these issues over here is what you're both going to be working on when you meet or before you meet, so that when you guys finally come into union, those issues would have been dealt with. Okay, because with this Ace of Cups, I feel like this is going to be a new love for you guys. It's going to come out of nowhere very unexpectedly. Judgment, this is part of the both of your guys' awakening. It's going to be very apparent, very obvious when this person comes into your life, because I feel like they're going to come at a time where you kind of lost hope in love and romance. You were getting bored with the lack of a love life, something of that nature. But it's because you both had to go through your soul's journey before you actually came into physical union. So I feel with this Ace of Cups, they're new. It's going to be a new romantic connection coming into your life. Yeah, like this is just the tip of the iceberg. And it may be in the winter when you guys meet. Whether it's this winter or next winter, right? We're never really meant to know when it all happens. And I feel like Spirit wants the both of you guys to do that spiritual work before you meet, because it's always messy if you do it in the relationship, right? So I feel like Spirit is kind of saying, like, this is in the background, it's here, but there's still some loose ends that you guys need to tidy up before you guys can actually meet. Okay? And there will obviously be a lot of love here. So there's going to be a lot of love, emotional understanding. There's the love that I felt like we weren't really tapping into, but it's there. It is here. Okay? So this person's challenge right now is the Ace of Pentacles. So whether this person is in your life or not, I feel like you guys haven't met each other, but I could be wrong. But with the Ace of Pentacles here is their challenge. I feel like this person, like I said, it's hitting them hard. It's hitting them where it hurts. They're being financially affected by this tower moment that they're going through. So I feel like they have to work on that before they can, put themselves out there in the dating world. So I feel like money is going to be an issue for them right now. And that's where their attention is being pulled. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like it's hitting them where it hurts. Like I just keep thinking that in my head. So I feel like they were expecting some offer, some deal to go a certain way, and it didn't. And they're like very devastated by that. But again, it's like because it's hitting them where it hurts, because it's the only way that they would have actually paid attention to this past energy that they need to let go of. Okay, because they can't start a new beginning without having closed the door of a chapter in the past. They would only bring it with them to this new beginning, and it would just keep coming up over and over again. So that's why I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is their challenge, because as much as they wanted this abundant new beginning, it didn't happen for them because there's still something of the past that they have to face, and they weren't ready to face it, but now they're being made to face it. Like with that destruction, like it's a very forceful energy. Okay, it's the Tower. Like they're being forced to pay attention to whatever this is. So I feel like They were expecting something to go a certain way and it just didn't. The offer was not on the table anymore. Like everything kind of went to poop. Okay. So they're having a really hard time with that. And because of that, they're not going to be in a space to offer you anything, right? Because the Ace of Pentacles in a love reading would be like offering something to someone, committing to someone, a lot of potential in this. So right now, that offer is not on the table because there's something they have to deal with. Okay, your challenge is the Magician. So this is Gemini, Virgo energy, Mercury energy. I feel like you're trying to manifest this person into your life, or you're trying to manifest someone if they're not in your life yet. And it could be difficult for you to manifest because there's healing you have to do, right? So for them, it's something of the past that they need to let go, and for you, it's to heal these abandonment wounds. So you could be trying to manifest something into your life but having trouble making it come true because there's healing that you need to do. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what else we can get with this Magician. The Empress. So we have Venus energy. This is Taurus and Libra. Yeah, I think the Empress is you knowing your worth, knowing who you are, and not shying away from that. Knowing what you deserve. So again, if you're having trouble manifesting a connection into your life, it's because you're healing this abandonment wound. And the Empress, she knows her worth, right? So I think you're really just having to work on yourself right now, having to work on lifting your spirits up, gaining your confidence, because once you're in that vibration of full and total confidence of yourself and the universe, then you'll be able to manifest. So if you're having trouble manifesting right now, that could be why. It's because there's a healing that is needing to be done. And once you spend the time to heal that and find your worth, find your abundance within yourself, you'll be a manifester, a very strong manifester. It's there. You just have to kind of loose these tie ends as well. And you also have to believe that you're worthy of a connection like this, right? Because you could be with the big dreams. I feel like you're manifesting a certain type of connection. Like you want a lot, like you want a lot for yourself. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But you also have to believe that you're deserving of it. So I think that's what you're working on right now. Okay, this person's feelings is the world. So yeah, like I said, they're closing out some cycles right now. They're concluding a lot of their past. And I like that the world shut up for them, because this tells me that they are going to put the past behind them. They're going to leave it back there. They're not going to be so caught up in it anymore. They're saying goodbye to it and not looking back whatsoever. And they know that if they don't address this issue now, it's going to keep coming back over and over again. So they're putting an end to it so that they can finally get into that vibration of abundance that they're wanting. Okay? Because you're both in the, like I said, in the material world, like you both want success in this lifetime. And not just any success. Like I think the both of you like want to be really wealthy. So, in order for you guys to have that wealth and abundance and luxury, there's going to be a lot of things you have to be willing to let go of also. Okay, and this person is coming to terms with that, because again, they're going to be that divine masculine energy. So I think, and they're contemplating a lot, they're thinking a lot about this, and they're coming more and more to terms with the fact that it's time to put that all behind them. I'm trying to see what else I can get from the world, but that's really all I'm getting. Oh, when they meet you, they're definitely going to think the world of you. Yeah. You guys may meet each other while traveling. You guys may be of different cultures, different backgrounds, and they'll like that about you. They'll like that you guys are of different culture. This person has a thirst for knowledge and the outside world. They may be a Sagittarius because of that. This is someone who likes to travel a lot, but I feel like when they meet you, they're gonna think like, "Where have you been my whole life?" And they're gonna understand why things happened the way they did, because had they not happened that way, they wouldn't have led to you. Okay, so how you're feeling about the situation is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you may be manifesting this person without even knowing who they are. It's like you're manifesting a certain type of person here. With this King of Pentacles, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for someone like a King of Pentacles. Okay, someone who is successful, has a good career, wealthy, is confident within themselves, is loyal, down to earth, um, and wants to commit, right? Not just be like an F boy or an F girl, like someone who actually wants to settle down. And I feel like that's what you're focusing on. That's what your focus is. And that's why it's important for you to really believe that you can have that, and then that way it'll manifest. So this person may be in your life already or not, but you're definitely manifesting a King of Pentacles, okay? Regardless of gender. And I feel like they may be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you just may have that in your chart. Um, Because Rey de Oros, right here in Spanish translation, being drawn to it, means gold. So I feel like you guys like the finer things in life, and you guys like you want someone to want that also, not just to be bougie, you know, and like flex, but I think you just want to live comfortably with someone, and you want to share that vision with someone, and there's nothing wrong with that. This person's desire is the Hermit, so Virgo energy. I feel like right now they're going to do a lot of soul searching. They're going to want to spend time by themselves and really sort of reflect on everything they learned in this world. Okay, because with the world, this is them closing out those cycles, putting it behind them. But with the Hermit, I feel like this is going to be them wanting to reflect on all that they learned and really try to understand why it all happened the way it did. Like I said, they'll eventually get to a place where they understand why it happened, but they're going to have to be in this energy of the Hermit to really understand it, to really go within and trust their inner knowledge. Yeah, they're going to be reflecting a lot about themselves. Let me see what else we can get. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, and they're going to have to find balance, because it may shake the world up a little bit. I mean, a lot of it, because we had destruction. Like I said, the world is going to get like turned upside down almost. That they're going to want to just go into hermit mode and spend time alone, be introverted, and find balance within themselves before they can go out into the real world again. So you may meet them at a time where they're still in that energy. So they may be a little bit closed off in the beginning. They may be shy in the beginning. They may spend time a lot of indoors, because I just feel like they're going to be processing a lot, especially because they were holding on to this so tightly, right? So to finally let go of it, it's going to be a huge shock to their system. And they're going to want to just spend time alone and balancing all of that and really taking the time to heal from that before they go out into the real world. So you may meet them when they're like incredibly introverted, but don't take it personally when that happens. They just really like want to spend time alone right now. Okay, your desire for this connection is the Page of Pentacles. So again, with money on your mind. But this is also just like, you know, wanting to build with this connection, wanting to grow with it. But with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like you want something solid in this. Like you don't want to invest into this connection if it's not going to give back to you. So I feel like you're going to let this person know what you're looking for from the get-go, so that nobody's time is being wasted. I feel like you're going to tell them that you're looking for something serious, something to grow off of. It may start as like a small little offer, But you're going to tell them, like, we can take it slow, but this is what I ultimately want. So that'll be a good thing, so that you guys are in the same vibration and same level of understanding of what you want right now. All right. So that is what I have for you guys. Let me go ahead and get into the hidden truth and see what this person would like to say to you. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I'm starting to understand our connection. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, that's why we have all the pentacles. One of you or both of you is a workaholic. Oh, is that what it is too? It's like you guys bury yourselves in work to not think about love and the issues at hand. I hope that you can forgive me one day. So there may be something that they do that's going to hurt you. Down the line. But then they're going to start to understand the connection for what it is. See what I'm saying? Like, they bury themselves in work. Like, they're going to be very introverted in the beginning. Because I feel like they're still healing from whatever it is they're trying to let go. And they might, like, that. I think that's why I said don't take it personally if they don't want to hang out or something. Because you may take it personally and you may not understand it at first. That's why they're kind of like asking for your forgiveness here. So you understand why they had to put themselves first. And then we have, I'm starting to understand our connection. So that's why I felt also that they were being hermit mode in the beginning. They wouldn't, like, I feel like they're not going to be as excited to be in a relationship because of the fact that they're letting go of so much. They're purging so much. So even though you might be in their lives already, they're not going to fully understand the connection right away because of the fact that they're still kind of healing from that. But they'll eventually get to a place where it's all starting to make sense. Okay. And then we have, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So they are going to be thinking a lot about you. Whether you guys are together or not, they are going to be contemplating a lot about this connection and seeing if there's potential, if they should invest into it. So you'll be heavy on their mind for sure. Regardless of you guys spending time together a lot, you'll still be on their mind. Okay, and then let's see what your messages of love is. Okay. Protected. You are safe and divinely guided. And we have twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. Interesting. Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. Rejection. This rejection is actually a divine projection. And then denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. Okay, so yeah, this connection may start off kind of slow, and then it'll pick up the pace, and things will start to get very passionate and intense. But just know that as you go through this journey with this person, you are going to be protected. You're going to be safe and divinely guided. So just trust your intuition with whatever you feel is right, because that'll be your guides and angels telling you what to do. This will be a divine counterpart connection. Yeah, I think that's why there's so much about healing and releasing that we tapped into, because I think that's the whole purpose of this connection. And that's what the twin flame dynamics are. So you'll both be brought into each other's lives to really purge a lot of what needs to be purged. Okay, then we have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. So you guys will have that sense of comfort. You guys will be vulnerable right away, I feel. You'll be more comfortable sharing a lot of your life with this person, and vice versa compared to anyone else. Like, it'll just be very familiar right away, that you'll feel comfortable enough to express yourself to this person. And then we have soulmate. So not only will you guys be twin flames, if that resonates for you, but you'll also be soulmates. Okay. And if you don't believe in the twin flame, you don't have to. It just means that divine counterparts just means like you both were brought, or you both agreed to fulfill some mission together in this lifetime. But with soulmate, I feel like You guys are also going to have an emotional understanding of one another. You may even be brought together for physical union in this lifetime. So you guys will love each other, accept each other, and respect each other. Then we have rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. So it may, I feel like they're like, that's why they say, I hope you will forgive me one day. Because I feel like they may reject you in the beginning before you guys actually come into a union, because I feel like they're still going to have a lot of lingering healing that they're going to have to process still before you guys can actually come together. So they reject you of any kind of any sort of rejection, it's because they're still not ready, and they're not ready for you yet. Like the universe is saying, like, let's give it a little bit more time. That's what's going to happen. And then denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. So you're going to have to, yeah, detach from this person to understand them completely, and vice versa. They're going to have to do that too. Because if you guys are too attached and seeing things from your own lens, you won't understand it. All right, Leo, so that is what I have for you for this time frame. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell button so you receive notifications when I post again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.